Hey, would you like some golden tips on how to put in an offer for your dream house or your investment? Billy Cowell here. I am a North Texas realtor with eXp Realty. This info really is for home buyers who are seeking information about what it really entails to put in an offer on a house. You know, you're going to be doing this with your agent. Maybe I'll be that person, but you need to educate yourself on what it looks like, because that'll make a huge impact on how the entire process goes for you. Many agents generally just breeze over the terms of an offer and focus on the price. Price is not always going to get you the best offer. As a matter of fact, my most recent offer was accepted and it was not even the highest price. So in this video, I want to go over 3 steps to make an offer. And if you stay with me till the end, I will share with you some crucial tips that will make the difference in getting accepted over another. Now, the emotion involved in finding a house that fits your needs can be very strong. It can often be quite overwhelming. As a matter of fact, I've heard people say that buying a house or even selling a house, both sides of the transaction can be more stressful than a death in the family or a major illness. So let's make sure that we do it right. And I want to encourage every buyer to become part of the process in putting in that offer and being part of the process of why that offer gets accepted. Now, there's a lot of variation in the level of service that real estate agents provide. There just is. Let's start with the consultation of discovering how much a home is worth. First, you're going to find a home. You're going to find that perfect home, all right? And for whatever reason, you're an investor, it's your forever home, it's your dream house, it's your first home, you're buying that house. And the agent should go over with you local inventory, which literally changes daily. Regional absorption rates, which don't change as frequently but are very, very important. And then what's called a CMA, or a comparative analysis, which really takes the houses in the area that have sold recently into consideration when figuring out what the price is of your house. And this leads us into step 1, which is the price of the house, or the offer price that you're going to offer. What is the buyer willing to offer? What are you willing to offer? What is your agent willing to offer? Let's assume that the house is listed at $1 million. We use $1 million as an easy offer. We'll have to decide what would be a good offer. Now, what would one way to think about what would be a good offer is to start with what would be an unreasonable offer. All right, and I mean, like, if you were to lowball by 20%, and the market price looked really good, it just wouldn't be a reasonable offer. The best thing you can do is put in your very highest and best offer from the beginning. And some things that you really want to consider is, are there multiple offers, and how many days has it been on the market? Now, days on the market is real simple. You can look it up in the listing. You can look up if there was other listings of the same house anytime recently. And then if there are other offers, the best that you can do is just, get a feel for the flow of the house and how people have checking it out, and you got to ask the other agent. Now, sometimes the other agent will say, we got another offers, and sometimes they won't, and sometimes they'll be truthful, and sometimes they'll fudge it a little bit. From my point of view, if you want something bad enough, you just need to start at the listing price. Our market right now is so strong for home buyers that inventory is the lowest, at least in my area, in Cowell County, that it has been in about 2 years, just right now, where 97% of the homes are selling at or above the listing price. So unless something's wrong with the house or it is very unique, generally you're going to start your first offer with right around what the seller wants. Step 2, you're going to need to use a little strategy. Now, if the market is dictating that houses are selling right at listing price, you need to sweeten the deal with some terms, all right? What do those terms look like? Well, the first term that we're going to talk about is the earnest deposit. Now, remember, I said this video is pretty basic, and I'll give you a little bit better information towards the end with my tips. But these 3 simple steps, for some of you may be really helpful. For others, they might be relatively basic. But the earnest money deposit is money that you give to show that you're serious about the deal. Now, if you have 2 or 3 offers on the table and they're all the same price, and one of them just has double the earnest money of the others, the owner is just going to know that that person came to buy a house today, and that very well might be the offer that they pick. So make sure that you don't hold back on the earnest money, because if you really want the house, the money goes towards the sale price at the end. The third step is contingencies. Now, sometimes contingencies will destroy an offer, and sometimes they'll actually sweeten it even more. So if you need to sell a house before you can buy this house, and your offer was at market price and there's multiple offers, I'm sorry, you're just not going to get that house unless something special comes along your way. If your appraisal is creating a contingency and you're going up against a cash buyer, the owner of that house is going to take the cash offer. He just is. So you got to make sure that you clear this stuff up as best as you can when you get into this type of situation. But if you have, let's say you need to sell your house in order to buy the other house, and the owner is not in a rush, and you're able to offer a little bit extra money, that might actually sweeten the deal for you because the owner's not in a hurry. You're able to offer a little bit more money because you have this contingency, and that very well might allow you to lock down the home of your dreams. Another consideration that is outside the scope of this video is working with a brand new home builder. All right, and oftentimes they can do things with different timelines that aren't like 25 to 40 days like most home sales are. And if you have some kind of contingency that you have to sell your home before you can move into a new home, that might be an option. Look for a video for that in the future. So like I said, this video is directed towards home buyers during or even before they get into this process. And I want to get into more depth, but this is a great start. So basically you have your home price, you have days on the market, you have multiple offer situations, you have your earnest money, and you have contingencies. So like I said, if you stay on to the end, I'll give you a couple special tips. I think I have about 4 good tips that if you incorporate these into your offer, or your agent incorporates them into your offer, or you're at least aware of how they might work, they could very well be the difference between you getting the house that you want and it's slipping away. So the first one is a closing date or option period. All right, I've seen offers with no option period. That gets the house, gets the money into the seller's hands quite a bit sooner, and that could make the difference between you and another offer. Another one is a closing date. Or you reach out to your lender and you say, listen, I know I need to use you as a lender, and I need to get this house. Can I make the closing date? Boom. 25 days out, 30 days out. Sometimes they can do that for you. So that could make a big difference. Option money. Generally, you put $100 to $200 to $300 to $500 option money. This is money that you don't get back. You're paying the seller, take the house off the market, and give you some time to do inspections and to check things out. All right, it's money directly in the owner's pocket. So if you sweeten that out by adding a little bit to it, it could make the difference. Even if you're working at the $500,000 or $1 million home, $500 on day one is kind of nice. So the number 3, a personal letter from the buyer. All right, now if you stuck onto this video and you haven't done this, get a piece of paper out and do it right now. Every single offer that I've put in goes with a personal letter. It makes a huge difference. If the letter says, hey, I'm a first-time home buyer, I have a family, and this house is right in the school district that we want to live in, and your offer is up against someone else's who didn't write such a letter, that could really make the difference. That really could make the difference. And the last one is being friends with the agent. Now, this is generally the buyer of the house's responsibility. It's really the buyer's agent's responsibility to really make it a good transaction, to try and click with the selling agent, and to just make sure that you're someone that they want to work with. And when it comes down to it, they're going to say, I want to work with Billy because he's just friendly and cool, and he doesn't seem like he's making this a competition, and he's not standoffish, and he just wants to get the deal done. He wants to get everybody the appropriate terms and the right price and just make it perfect. So those are the 4 little tips that are really going to make a difference. So basically an offer is just price and terms. So let's make those terms sweet, and let's make that price right on. And remember, you're not always going to get the first house that you put an offer in. I mean, maybe you will. Maybe you'll buy 10 houses in your lifetime and you'll always get it, but you won't always get it. But at least now you have a little bit of education in terms of what it looks like to put that offer out there. But remember, if there's a multiple offer situation, only one of them can get the house. So pray about it, hope about it, do what you can to sweeten it up, and I hope that it works out for you. I also hope that this video brought you some value, and I hope that all my videos bring you some value. I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I am in North Texas, and I work with a lot of transplants because I'm a transplant myself from New York City. So I hope that this brought you some value, and if there's anything that you want me to go over, or there's anything special you want me to do, if you need me to help you buy or sell a home, reach out to me and I will talk to you soon.